hear from the next group. Can you introduce yourself and your group, and then you can tell us which theme did you choose and what did you think about it?
Okay, my name is Amitav Kumar Kundu, and my
Purnima.
so we have taken the theme 4, so the feature of research priorities. So within our group, we have discussed some important issue that in gender studies or feminist studies, we are often only confined with binary issues like men and women, but we overlook the non-binary issues. So in global research, currently we are conducting across all the countries, we are only identifying the challenges like access to the service of women or access to the service of the men. But we never asked beyond the men and women, the non-binary people like transgender, LGBTQI communities, or the other communities who are keyword communities. So we don't have research on the issue that what is their condition and how are they facing the problem. So this is the first. Please second.
With the second, which is that what sort of voices are lost behind, is that nowadays with the concept, with the conversation of modern feminism or corporate feminism, we are very much trying to get along all the privileged women, and we are trying to break the glasses of the privileged women who can and who are able to attain this sort of education. But the labor work, the uneducated part of it, we are still leaving behind. So that is the voice that we need to capture, because nowadays we should also include these people, these women in the modern feminist concepts. And also the fact that with the workforce, the sort of workforce that these women do on a regular basis, which is maybe more than what an educated and a privileged woman do, is much more. So having their voices heard, and not just heard, but trying to find a situation and solution for them is something we need to constantly research on.
Thank you. And the major issue I just want to add with her that we just only confined with the conventional thinking of our side. Like we are just thinking to about our mind and just to try to implement or impose to the participant or the beneficiary level. But for the marginalized women, they have their lived experience, like how to adapt with the climate changes. So they have their experience year to year, that how to protect their home, how to protect seeds, how to collect water, and take care of the menstrual hygiene for herself and her adolescent girls. So and how to collect rainwater harvesting. So lots of experience, knowledge, how to protect themselves from the storm or flood. So they have their knowledge, indigenous knowledge, but in research we overlooked their experience, just trying to impose. Like when we are conducting research with agriculture, we are just asking to the male persons that how you are adapting with the seeds. But mainly in my research, I have several times identified that women are basically responsible to protecting the seeds for the next year. So they are managing the seasonal calendar, that when if the flood comes, then when the time for to put the seeds in the field. So this is the thing. It is overlooked, and we think that things should be explored further.
And just adding one more, the fact that we were all from different countries. I was from India, he was from Bangladesh, from China, and from Morocco. The most interesting part is we were finding a middle ground in every country. So the fact that whatever we were having conversation, everyone was agreeing, and the fact that every single country has a similar cultural standing, which makes a point that we need to have a conversation on a regular basis on these grounds in every country.
That is the aim of this conference and this session specifically. And when you were discussing, I was actually planning to ask you this question, because I see people from different parts of the world. And do you have the similar kind of lived experiences, or if you find the similarities or dissimilarities, whatever, can you find a mutual ground to work together and collaborate and design a research? Maybe that can be a new step.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with that.
All right.
The third point, what emerging challenge should researcher focus? So this point, we all agree that climate change is very much important for the women and also for the non-binary people. Because in Bangladesh, there is a study, you may know that every 1 degree Celsius increasing 1 percentage of violence against women in Bangladesh, one report published. So it means that it only confined the women, but if we search several news, some nowadays there is several types of resistance are occurring for the non-binary people also in Bangladesh. So I think if we explore the other countries, it would be same. So researchers should be focused on how those violence against women and non-binary people can be reduced, adapting with the climate change. Okay, so based on the climate change, what are the new things emerging in the violence and how we can remove it or mitigate it? We should focus on that.
And you should start writing the proposal.
And using the AI, this is a very much crucial thing in the world that day by day using of the technology, it creates new kinds of sentiments and new kinds of opportunities to violate women in different ways. So it creates the opportunities to make some different kind of things, innovative kind of things to make new kinds of violence against women and non-binary people. So we think about that, how researcher can support the policymakers or peoples to mitigate those situations or resolve those problems.
Related to AI, we were having this conversation and we got to know that the 3 countries that we have, India, Bangladesh and Morocco, we can use any sort of AI agents. Like for example, ChatGPT or Gemini or Notebook or whatever. But with China, it is specific that they have to use their country's AI. So it is the kind of difference that we found within our group, the fact that we all can use anything. So the kind of disgrace can go a little more global. But with China, it is more restricted within the country. So that's a very interesting thing that we actually found out within our group.
And the last thing that how researcher better breathes. So from our perspective, we can say that use the lived experience of women. Okay. So if a woman facing violence, then take her suggestion that how we can mitigate, because she is facing, she is adapting, and she is supporting her family and as well as country. So if we can do this, the problem can be solved very easily. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant, I guess. So, all right, okay. Do you want to go, Karen? You want to say something? Yeah, okay.
Wow. Well, I think the group's presentation is very nice, and it's a cross-cultural group that you can share experience from different countries. Actually, for what you just mentioned about the China experience, yes, I think one difference is that in terms of like communication, like WhatsApp, WeChat, then we have restriction and also AI. And it's very nice that we have found some cultural differences and similarities that we found some biases exist. Yeah, thank you. And the next group, who would like to be the next one?